Warning, the following program is a collection of top guys and girls talking about the happenings in the SRG universe. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, the Big Picture Trademark, or Twitch. There may be some cuss words and adult themes because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Cheers, Candyshop Talk. P.S. Don't sewer ban us. Oh, hey, what? We got the full crew here on a Tuesday afternoon.
Hi, friends.
Hello, friends. I miss you guys a lot.
I miss you.
It has been too long since we have had the Candyman on. I'll tell you that much.
Guys, I'm back. I'm settled in my new apartment.
Awesome. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations. Exciting times.
Very.
So, for those of you that don't know, welcome to Candyshop Talk. This is episode number 74, I believe.
Oh,
yes,
my God. That is crazy. That is insane.
We've come a long way, and I'm excited for tonight. There's a reason why this person wants to be on our show, because we can talk about all the things that need to be said with the players draft that you don't have to worry about filtering to hurt somebody's feelings or therefore not. So
also, we don't pay $5 to cuss out here.
Right. Fuck that shit. Like, that makes me so like, I'm just like, fuck that. No, don't fucking pay. So, but anyways, tonight we have with us the man that has been running the Fashion Wars spreadsheets, the Olympic spreadsheets. He's been killing it, and he's been on recently, and we wanted to bring him back. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for General Lee Wong. Join us here tonight, baby.
Hello, welcome to Candyshop Talk.
What's up, guys? I appreciate y'all having me back here again, but I gotta say that disclaimer you gave was halfway wrong.
What's that about?
Views and opinions that I'm going to give is from my peers.
Well,
feelings are going to get hurt because other people have feelings and thoughts, and
sucks to be them.
It says does not necessarily reflect the views of their peers, just to be fair.
It doesn't reflect
anything that makes you cry that's said on the show. Just assume that I'm with it. All right.
Bad day.
Even if I'm not, just assume I am.
It's fun coming out, sharing some opinions, sharing some thoughts, and doing things. Yo, Mikey Nichols, I put in the chat. I says, where do you think you're going? What pick? 1 through 80. Where do you think you fall in this skate? Because I know you blocked me on Facebook. That's why you can never be on my team, because I can't ask you if you want to be picked or not. But it's coming out here, sharing the views of people. Just like last time, I got things broken down for you by the coaches' views. The overall LFF view is everyone, breaking it down by, which jabroni from the tri-state is, pulling on someone else's teeth today, or,
Do we resent that, Swaggy? We don't let it slide.
No, because I feel like I'm the jabroni who's pulling on people's teeth. So
we'll let it slide.
It did take Swaggy about 5 to 7 minutes to rank his first person because he couldn't figure out how to use a spreadsheet. But
to be fair,
he is partially blind, but
I'm legally blind. POP, hold it down.
But no, and then I'm going to show you guys a little bit of extra swag I put into the actual Olympic spreadsheet. It's almost like a cheat sheet for every coach, unfortunately, but I'm going to share it with everyone. Without further ado, before I share some things, I'm gonna get this. Ange, you didn't put any opinions in here. Ref Dave did, Rambo did, Swaggy did. There's 3 people with unanimous first round votes.
Ooh.
Who are they?
Oh, wow, no.
Yasmin.
Yaz.
Bob
And
Dunn.
Bobby, yeah.
Kirk Polka.
Okay, so we got Yaz, we got the Brain, and we got the Bullet. We got the Kirk Polka. Huh? That could be right. And until like the last 2 people voted, there was one person with unanimous 5th round votes. Only one.
Oh,
Only
did I
one
mess that
last
up?
the first like 10 to 11 people.
Did I mess that up? Let's go.
By the way, I don't think it's Kirk Polka because I don't really know how that guy plays. I know what he does, but I've never seen him play. So I probably fucked that up and have him ranked in like the 4th or 5th round.
That's okay.
Oh, you did great. You did fantastic. You ranked him right where he belongs.
Yeah, that's what makes this so fun. I would say
Your
for
former tag
last.
team partner, though, you're gonna do him dirty like that?
Yeah, I carried his ass to victory. He's fucking welcome, is all I know. I mean, God, he didn't do it before me, and he hasn't done it after me. He had a chance with the Brain.
Oof. Oof.
Just saying.
I mean, numbers don't lie.
Facts, baby.
Well, let's get some nitty gritty here.
Let's do it.
I'll switch over to this.
Diving in.
Yeah.
I have anxiety. I'm nervous.
I'm not.
So, also, thank you for everybody that has joined us. Shout out to Bombada's here, Titan's here, Mr. Rumble's here, Drew's here, Flame Fighter, and I know there's a few others in the chat as well that aren't talking, but we appreciate you all being here with us.
Love and thank you.
All right.
Wow.
So you're getting in here. You don't know who rank is number 1, but you can see there's 3 people up here that have unanimous first round votes across the board. It could be Bob Dunn, Kirk Polka, and Yasmin, as Candyman said here, but it might not be. And you got all the way down to number 80. Like I said, there's 2 people here with 1 4th round vote each, or actually 3 with 1 4th each, keeping them from that unanimous 5th round. So no one's in dead last this year. Welcome, 3 of you are. You even got a first round vote down here at pick 61 by somebody. A first
Somebody
round
vote for themselves, maybe.
I feel like
I mean, a little self mark.
I was gonna say that was Chuck, but then I
Oh,
heard he was a coach.
no, he's coach, baby.
I think
Hey,
Chuck
look right here.
round 2 voted last year.
So,
All right,
Jeff,
stop
we got
there.
the answer. We
Show
got
it.
the answer. Mikey said he sees himself at a 2nd or 3rd round pick or a 1st round pick.
Absolutely not, Mikey. I'm sorry to blow you.
Coach, maybe.
You're going to be picked 5th, but you're going to be a steal at 5th, which means you're going to run through all those troglodytes. We need you down.
Love it.
I'm like, don't listen. You're still part of the team. Listen, being in 5th is great. You're going to beat up on a bunch of rookies. It's going to be fucking easy street for you, buddy.
I'm just saying,
Mhm.
Mikey was on my team last year, and he got us more points than Captain Ian Chambers.
Yeah.
So take with
Listen,
that what you
I
will.
was jealous when we got Rhaegar 5th. He had all the best freaking matches. This thing's easy street for him, man.
I mean, probably got more points than Danny Thunder got us last year. I mean,
Oof.
Shit.
but I mean,
Jeff
like
got
in the
us more
top.
point than Danny Thunder got y'all last year. Why am I like this?
But I mean, looking here, even in the top votes up here, you have one person with a 2nd round pick. Only one's got a 4th round in here. It's kind of scattered out. The first round does kind of look, almost universal. I think overall there was 2 people that got only 1 person incorrect out of voting the exact top 16.
Oh
Nice.
wow!
I think there was 2 people, I think, that missed 1 person of having the exact top 16. Well, let's break it down here a little bit by divisions. We had 4 coaches voting here. I believe it was 4. And about 4 per division. I think there was 5 in the Midwest Coast. So it was kind of like even voting per se, this time around. So as you see across the board, like, the first 12 were almost unanimous, except for that number 17 by the coaches. I mean, they see somebody not in top that everyone else does. And then the bottom just kind of sprinkles out in certain ways, except for this second place voting down here in the Midwest Coast. I don't know who the Midwest loves more than the rest of everyone, but someone was ranked 32 when they're 55 or 54 overall.
Wow.
Yeah, that Midwest bump, baby.
Midwest there. So
The
let's
best
break it
people
down.
in the LFF. That's who.
Let's break it down by the Deep South first. How about that?
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Or do we want to go to the tryhards first?
No, let's go worst to best. Let's go deep.
Okay,
south
we're
first.
gonna go Midwest first then.
Hey, come on now.
So Midwest Coast, unanimous 7 people at pick number 1 for first round. So I mean that's pretty solid, I think.
And these are coaches, correct?
Sprinkle it out, let's see, just what the Midwest Coast is voting on.
Jeff, these are coaches only, or coaches and players?
No, this is Midwest, no coaches. Coaches are on their own tab.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So boom. This is how the Midwest Coast has ranked the players here to come out.
I'm so blind. Can you read
So-
it in order?
I feel like Swaggy right now. I can't see shit.
So I mean here for you, blind in the back.
There
it
we
is.
go.
Beautiful.
Probably make it a little bit easier on everyone's eyes,
Absolutely. So
your
for the
top
top
16.
7, if I may, if you don't mind, the top 7, we got the Italian Bambata, we got the Grump, we got Booker Mania, we got Loudmouth, we got Uberstar, the SRG, BOSS, and Yasmin to round out the top 7. That was unanimous.
Wow. So only Yaz made it from my top 3 prediction.
True. Yeah.
This is
Interesting.
just Midwest Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just Midwest Coast, though.
Yeah,
So you gotta
right.
think what divisions, what other
Yeah, Midwest
tri-state or
Coast
deep set
does
person
love
knocks out
you.
one of these people.
I just am.
I'm
I
shocked
think
Bob
this is
Dunn was not unanimous. That's crazy.
right.
Kirk not being unanimous is crazy to me.
Well, Midwest Coast doesn't like Bob Dunn.
I put him in
they're
number
wrong,
1.
but it's okay.
I'm the most on-screen representative of the Midwest Coast, and I had him up there. So
Can you share with us who Midwest Coast put as their bottom 7?
Ooh,
Bottom
heck
seven.
yeah.
Now, and let's give this disclaimer out here. I'm gonna put this one out just like we did last year for this round number 5. When you find yourself voted here in round number 5, guess what?
It's
It
'cause we don't
doesn't
know
mean
you.
you're a bad player. It could mean you're like Sam Torres, Kristen Shank, Lawrence Welby, Brian or Bobby Hessler, Mike Benton, people that I literally know and spoken to one of you in my life.
Right, right.
A lot of people have no idea what the capability are. Some of these are people that are fresh off of demos and coming into the game. Doesn't mean that they're bad players. They're just unknown to a lot of the vast community.
Mhm.
There's other people in here. I mean, there's still other names that I don't know in here. I think Joseph Gilchrist has been around a little bit longer.
Mhm.
There's names in here that just don't play online as much. So some of our newer community don't know them as much. Simon, Moonstar's not online as much. Brian, I'm not even going to butcher his last name. Brian
Uzalek.
Eyes.
Uzalek.
Hot sauce guy from Indiana. Shout out to him.
Got it. Uzalek.
I always say
if we didn't put
Constantine's, I never say it.
If we didn't put Constantine there, no one would know who Matthew Vervis is unless he's bought something for you and you mailed it and knew his government name.
Right.
And then Jeremy Brooks in here. Not a lot of online playing, but he does play at locals every week.
I know there's a hype train behind Jeremy. I don't think he leaves 5th, but yeah, I agree. Like, if you don't know who he is, then
yeah, like some of these people aren't really the 5th round caliber. And I told people when filling out my sheet, I mean, round 1 was pretty easy to put in, per se. Round 5 was kind of like, the people I don't know how well they play or who they even are. And some people that are just like, well, I'm going to pick you in that round if you're there. Round 2 and 3 are kind of rough. 4 gets kind of sketchy, but 1 and 5 are actually the only rounds that I could say that were did out of almost confidence. I mean, how'd you feel, Swag, when you did yours? Round 2 and 3 was kind of rough, right?
1, 2. So 1, 2, because there's a lot of 1.5s that I had to deal with. There's a lot of 2.5s to deal with, and there's a lot of 4.5s I had to deal with. Like 3 and 4, like the divide between 1, 2, and 3, and 4 and 5 was easy. Like it's easy to figure out who the bottom 16 were, or who the bottom 32 were going to be, right? But it's just like kind of placing them based on who I know, who I think people don't see a lot of. I had Moonstar my bottom 32 just because I know people don't know who Moonstar is, but he's a steal in the 4th or 5th round.
Absolutely.
I have
He's a former tri-state champion.
Yeah, former tri-state. Yeah, exactly. So there's a few people, like I know people with like attitude stuff. I know I can throw them down there. That's going to get picked up later. People with scheduling issues I can throw down there. I know it's going to get picked up later. I feel like between 2 and 3, that discrepancy was harder than 3 and 4, which I thought was going to be which was very surprising to me. Like up to the very end, deciding between 2 and 3, that was the roughest for me. Ones were more or less kind of easy. Like the first 12 is easy, then the bottom 4 gets a little iffy. But besides that, I agree. The top 16, top 20-ish is easy to pick out. Then after that gets a little funky.
I don't know people as much as you guys because I haven't been around. So like the top 12, like he said, was simple, and then everything else was a nightmare. Then I just put everybody at like round 4 and was like, do I know them? Move them up. Do I not know them? Move them down. And then
I should have done that. That was pretty
out.
genius.
That's what I did.
No, and that's you know, and the bad thing is this is you know, it's everyone's opinion.
Mhm.
Well, Bombada, Joe shocks me being low in the Midwest Coast because he's from there and everybody there knows him. He's been playing this game forever.
That's the thing.
I
I
don't
think I
know
had
him.
him higher than 5. I think he's pretty. I think I might have had him like
Like
you're
is
the
Lethal
tri-state.
Enforcer the same person as Enforcer that's been
No.
feuding with Chuck?
No,
See,
No.
I didn't even know
That's
that.
it.
But
That's
see,
the
so here's
Enforcer.
your answer right there. I'm in the Midwest Coast. I have no
that's
idea who that
the
is.
Enforcer, which
That's
would
Larry
be
B.
somewhere. Larry B. No,
Okay.
right here, the Enforcer.
Right.
So, but there you go. There's the example. Because what has he done in the last 9 months?
Who? The
Lethal
Enforcer?
Lethal Enforcer.
Oh, I'm not sure who that
I don't
is.
even know who that is. I forgot.
see?
Couldn't even tell you who he is.
That's Gilchrist, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Correct.
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah, I know him like as Gilchrist. I forgot.
Yeah,
that
he's
was
an
his thing.
in-person player. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if he plays with the Rust Belt on Mondays, but he goes to all the big Ohio conventions.
Mhm.
Okay, can we do Tri-State next? We'll save the
Wait,
best for last.
Can we go through mine?
Hang
And you
on.
guys can make
Bitch,
fun of the people I
Kick her
don't
off my
know.
screen.
We want to make fun of Ref Dave. I mean, we
Yeah,
can
make fun of me
Ref
real
Dave.
quick because you can say like, "Why did you put this person here?" or whatnot. Because I didn't know.
I'm
a
down
lot
to
of
make fun of
people.
Rafi. What's up?
All
I mean,
right. So
I
who
haven't
we got
been to
here?
Dave in a while.
wrong button.
I'm due
Stop
for
that.
one.
The top ones were pretty easy.
There we go.
There we go. So Ref Dave by first round picks here.
You put Pagillo at your number 1?
Well, these are all like
just
they're
ones.
These are
all
all
ranked
just-
1.
They would
It's
be kind
not
of like
necessarily in
alphabetized.
that order.
If
Yeah.
I had the first round pick, I would pick Bob Dunn without a doubt.
100% same.
You know, I mean, Ref Dave brought in and the first round, which you know the rest of them didn't. You know, he has, you know, his top 16. You know, 3 people. Am I even counting this right? Yeah. So down to his first round, you know, Carlos, the chiropractor, and Colby as a first round that you know everyone else didn't.
Big surprise! All people that have done things on Big Picture Premium.
Well,
I mean,
the people that you're familiar with and know that can throw some dice,
Right.
correct.
you know, and do things with it. You know, it's what it is. I mean, filling out your round number 2 here. I mean, yeah,
I
you
think
got
1
a
and 2
couple.
will be fine. It's when you get to the 3s and 4s and 5s of people I've
That's
never
when your
even
ego's
heard
gonna hurt,
before.
but it's okay.
Well, and I agree. To me, the 32 was pretty easy to fill out. Once I got through 32, after that, it was kind of like 3 and 4. It was like where do I go there? 5 was easy, but like 1, 2, and 5 was the easiest to me. 3 and 4 was kind of iffy.
Like
where to
I have
put
Simon
people.
Strauss at 2, and I don't even really know who that is. Maybe I thought it was Simon, the world champ. I don't know. Maybe
You
I
did.
had
Abner.
because everybody else was
Abner.
5. So I mean that's the kind of stuff. So
Do you have Davner up? Yeah, you'd have you have
I
Davner
have
in the
him
first
too,
round.
but I was probably just drunk and looking at nicknames. on the spreadsheet, so
Ref Dave, I respect you have Kirk as a second rounder.
Well, let's look at your round 5 here, Ref Dave.
Yeah, there you
Google
go.
Docs
Yeah.
Dan.
who's that?
Tim Riley, the judge.
Wow, these are hurting my soul.
Those are rough. Those are rough fivers, boy.
Who are those people? You have to
They're
tell me who
freaking
those
amazing.
people are.
They're really good players that don't play online often.
Okay,
Um,
well,
I was
there-
about to say, if
Him,
we look through,
The
if,
judge is the current 6-top GM, I believe, and Google Stan was a former Tri-State tag champ.
Part of just.
but see, this is what we need. That Ref Dave's
But
coming
guys-
in as this new player, and he doesn't necessarily know who people are, and it shows you just the impact of when you don't play online, even though you are a great player and people know who you are in the community. Not everybody necessarily knows, and it shows with Google Dots Dan and Tim Riley being there, Pride being 5. That's huge.
But who will know is the captains, because the captains
Correct.
are all.
Yeah.
So
Well,
this
here's
will
the thing,
definitely
though.
be different.
This is a good point. This is something that I like to push. This is a narrative I like to push a lot, and Dave accidentally, or on purpose, proved my point. You can't be resting on your laurels. I said
No.
that when TVA came in, that everyone's going to forget who everyone else is once TVA starts fucking rolling. And this kind of just kind of an evolution kind of shows it. Like people who were great, post-COVID when I was coming in, we don't see anymore. So we don't know anymore. And you end up with a new squad of freshmen. No offense, Ref Dave, don't take it that way. They don't know who these names are. And that's because they stopped showing up. So
Right.
you got to show up.
I mean, you
I
gotta think
wouldn't be
back at
surprised if I end
COVID,
up 3 and 4 on most of these people's lists because I don't play
we
online.
used to
as
have
often.
75 people live for Dojo.
What?
Back at COVID, we used to have 75
Oh, back at
people.
COVID.
Oh,
I thought you
yeah.
meant right now. I'm
Easily.
like,
Oh no.
Easily.
Scroll up just a little bit because I definitely fucked up the Google Docs Dan one. Did I fuck anything else up? No, I look pretty.
I don't know. Let's take a look at 4. Penguin at 4, Rhaegar at 4, Frequent Flyer at 4, Jokerfish at 4,
damn.
Mark Perry
Jason
at 4.
Fasson at 4, Mark F. and Perry. Well, I'm not upset with that. Michael
Mark Perry,
Kirk
they
at
got
4,
him at round 3.5 for the whole Midwest Coast.
right? Nick Baxter at 4, Slade, Allie, and Sean Steiner. Evil Ed, Larry Tiblis, Moonstar at 4, and Uzalek at 4.
That's right. Moonstar 4, baby. I love this. I like that. I like that,
I-
baby.
I
I'd
feel
still
good with my
Moonstar
picks
at
actually,
4.
other than the Google Docs Dan one. I'll stand by the rest, not even knowing who those people are. So take it a chip on your shoulder if you don't like it.
No, listen, you're proving my point. I agree with. I understand.
The
why
rest are
it's there.
fine. The rest are people we know. Although who's putting all those 5? Let's see. Fury got a 5, and somebody put Dustin at 5. That's not a good choice. Fox. I know he's in the chat.
Yeah, Fox had a couple picks that looked like they were out of left field, or he just threw down a can of alphabet soup and just said, okay, yeah, I don't know.
All right, we can move to the other division. I just wanted your thoughts on some of the ones I didn't really know because, like you said, 1 and 2, those are people that are active in the community. Just like Swaggy said, it's easy to know who it is, who's playing, who's winning. So
Yeah, if I end up 3 and 4 on people's list because I'm never in events anymore, that makes perfect sense. I haven't been playing in events. So it's one of those things. You're proving the point that you're only as relevant as your last showing.
I'm lifetime undefeated against Swaggy too, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, he actually is.
Let's move over to the tri-state here.
Mhm,
Ooh, here we go.
So their top 16 picks here
mhm.
for the first round have scattered thoughts.
Wow.
A couple third picks in here. Bunch of 2s scattered in there.
I wonder if this is going to be super political.
Maybe.
It might be actually. It is the tri-state.
Yeah, let's find out.
Mhm.
It is. How's their 5th round look? Oh, look at this. In the bottom 16, there's a 2nd and a 3rd round pick down here.
Wow.
Who's got these weird votes? I don't know.
Probably.
Somebody take a guess. Who put in round 2 down here in the 5th round?
Who's the round 2er?
Yeah,
Um,
who is it? That'll help
I don't know.
us.
'Cause I'll tell
No.
you. I'll admit to it if it's me.
Simon Strauss.
Strauss.
2nd round vote from somebody in the.
Brian Schmidt.
No, he absolutely should be in the 5th. Nah, his
I can tell
schedule
you.
sucks.
Well, no, he's a captain, so it wouldn't be him. So
Tells me.
Yeah.
I put him in the 5th round. His
Okay.
scheduling sucks. I'll fucking say it. Same with Mekki. Mekki's in the 5th round. His scheduling sucks. They're liabilities to a team. That's why they're down there.
All right,
So
show
who
us
put
the
him at
top.
2? Who do you think?
Bob Dunn. The Tri-State loves Bob Dunn.
Of course we do. Bob is
Chris
a legend.
Padillo, James
Mhm.
Booker, John
Mhm.
Schnurr, Simon Davner, Yasmin, The Grump, Evie, Steve Resk, Brian Lee. Wow.
Yeah.
Chris
He's great.
Tate, the big guy, Boca, Perry, Funtime, and Dan Page. See?
See, Midwest may not like Perry, but the Tri-State does.
Hardy
We
har
respect what he
har.
does out here.
Which I believe has a lot to do with the Fart Night chat. A lot of Tri-Staters in there
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
I know. We should like annex all those people.
laughing at Perry's jokes. No,
Randall,
this
you ain't
is
getting much love
Laughing
in
at my
the
jokes,
tri-state.
bitch. Fuck
Look
you
at you.
talking
You
Well,
got
that's
two
because
hands.
they can kiss my ass, the fucking cock fiends. Like I give a fuck.
Wait, about what?
Randall's
Yeah,
got
I mean, I got 2 number 1s. I got a 2 and a 3, which I mean, it's not bad, but the audacity for me to slip to 3 and Simon Strauss to 2.
That's gross. That's gross.
we'll
actually
see,
funny.
you cock fiends, who was ballsy enough to say that I'm fixing
I'm
rip
curious.
into.
Let's
Oh, you
want
want to know who put you at 3?
Number
Yeah.
G. Number G has the wild picks. They also put that guy at 2 down at the bottom. Player G. Who you got?
Reveal yourself, G.
Okay, somebody that doesn't really know me, so I'll accept that.
No,
I'm
watch. It's gonna be like
Yeah.
it's gonna
It's
be
only gonna
someone
be
you
me.
know.
It's
It's
just
fucking
basic,
Miss
which is
It's gonna
perfectly
be
fine.
John
I'm not
Van
upset
Mason.
with that. Yeah, that's fine.
Let
He's
me see my
also
misprint.
fairly new, right? He's also a fairly new player.
I mean, he was around last year for the Olympics.
Who?
So he's been around for a while. He's just not much of really an online at all.
Who?
Von Mason.
Van Mason.
Oh, JVM?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't think I like that guy.
I
That's
love
But I
JVM.
don't
Remember
remember
the
why. I feel like he said something that pissed me off. I don't remember what it was.
Ref Dave lifetime
He's
undefeated
fantastic.
against John Van Mason as well. Just throwing it out there, coaches.
I gave John Van Mason his first loss in the Olympics last round in the final round.
Chuck, throw
Sorry,
the
gift.
big guy in the trash.
Damn, bro.
He beat both of us in
y'all.
Faction Wars. That's what it was, that motherfucker. He was in the crime wave. Okay, I do like
Yes.
him. He's actually a wonderful person,
Yeah,
but he
he's a good guy.
did take down She Unit back to back. We were not
Tough.
pleased.
But no, I'm not upset with that. That's fine. If as long as it wasn't something ridiculous like somebody, I'd be like, hold up, you got the audacity to put me at 3 and put somebody. No, that's fine. Like he don't know me like that. I don't know him like that. So no harm, no foul. It's all right.
And the round 3s here. I mean the round 2 picks. You know have a lot of 3s in here.
Yeah,
Even a 5 in here for Uberstar.
I mean,
Figure
Possum
that's-
consistently
that's-
round 2 with the Tri-State.
yeah, we love
It's
Pasta.
possible. The only reason I knew Uberstar was who it was, not by that name. So just keep that in mind, newer people. Like there was a slim chance I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And then I remembered. So
Oh, listen.
But that's
Once you see
wild.
Uberstar once you see him cut an Uberstar promo, you'll never forget it. He has to go back to the windows. I miss those so much.
I just can't believe Uberstar, he lives with the player of the year, the current player of the year, and he's ranked in the 5th round. That's just wild. Like I thought me being 3 was
I'm saying-
wild, but Uberstar 5? Woo!
they didn't know who Uberstar was. That's the only reason.
I mean,
I
maybe
mean,
not,
Von
but
Mason
it's hard.
Self-voted himself number 1, and the Lord of the Dance, what's fell into a stop any unstoppable finish in a title match at round number 1.
So,
I'll be right back. I just have to
Okay.
order Chipotle really quick.
Yeah, it's
All
no
right, yeah.
problem. Swag, may I ask you your opinion of that Von Masick put Lord of the Dance as a first-round draft pick? He was on your team last year.
Okay, I love Jeff, and I feel like he deserves to be in round 3, but even I had him in round 4. The reason Von Masick probably has him in round 1 is because local play is different. They're both Long Island players, as far as I know, and I know that Jeff does exceedingly well locally. Like, it's not even close. Like, sure, like Black Star's there, and he does well locally, and like Rest is there, and Polverino's there, but like Jeff and Fasan do very well locally. So if that's JVM's main view into the game, I'm not surprised that he sees like one of his top locals in there. Honestly, if I filled this out during my first year in COVID, like my thing would be all jumbled up. So I completely get it. I can understand why he's up there.
We could always go through and tell rank people how they played 4 years ago versus now.
Oh man, I would like if I even like I'm surprised I got picked in third last year. Forget fourth. You know what I'm saying? Forget like you know what I'm saying? 4 years ago I was awful. I feel like I'm maybe worse now, actually. But
You don't play as much anymore. We played
I
a
mean,
lot.
I
back
only
in
because
those
I'm
days.
blind. Like I've been doing pretty. I've been making top cuts whenever I do play.
I was about to say Swaggy Taker pretty strong when he plays. But Horse said if you'd like to go over his picks, he wouldn't mind, if he gives permission and if we want to go over his specifically.
Bombadas?
Yeah, we can go over horses. I'm down for it.
See what he's got. All right. First round draft picks. Let's see if anything kind of sticks out.
First, Will. I mean, I guess he's something.
Wow,
Maybe he wants to get on Candyshop Talk one day or something.
Hey, he's a friend of the program. I'm not upset with that. And I mean, it was myself and Carlos at 16 and 17 last year. So I mean, yeah, I appreciate it. Horse is a decent player, is what I've been told. So for him to rank me at first is, fantastic. I'll take that. And then let's see, we got Mr. Fouché, Uberstar, and Carlos. Like that is a pretty solid top 16. I don't see anything that I'm just like that's wild.
I don't know. I don't remember if I put Fouché at first or second. He was rough just because like my first was so stacked. It was weird.
You put him in second, Swag. Your numbers are two.
Yeah, you're right there on there. I know you're blind, but Swaggy's column D for people that don't know.
Oh, thank you.
You got me a second. I'll take that. I like a second round pick. I'm not upset with that.
Second.
Yeah.
I think there's like certain people who just like our personality things. I think you might end up coming to a better team in round 2 and end up keeping in that group.
Sure.
I mean, round 2, I think is going to be that make or break round almost.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you this, like just looking at last year of being a second round, I would actually prefer, like I would like to go first round because I want to go up against the top 16 as kind of viewed as the community. Like that's what I would really like to do as far as not saying, oh, I think I'm a top 16 player. No, I want to play the other 15 that maybe, are seen as some of the best.
I'm here for it.
He's itching to prove it, people. He's itching to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest.
Not only can I talk the shit, but I can back it up as well. Like going toe to toe with P in I think it was the Super Show Cup that we were going back and forth at. So like talking shit the whole time while still rolling. Like if I didn't botch my finish roll at Crowd Meter 1, who knows what would have happened.
I'll be viewers in the chat. If the Candyman was playing in the Olympics this year, where would you rank me?
2.
Oh, we can do a poll for that. Let's actually do a poll.
Put it in the comments. Put it in the chat. Yeah.
Let's do a poll. I'll get our intern, the Flame Fighter, to set that up real quick.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Tim. I will say my only loss last year's Olympics was against a captain. I dog walked round 3. Dog fucking walked round 3. So I agree with Rainbow. If you want the competition, you want to get drafted earlier. If you want free points, you want to get drafted later. There are certain people who are steals. Gary was a steal for us at 5. He
absolutely
round 5.
I know for us in round 5 was great.
Freaking Paul was a steal at 2. He did really. Granted, he was playing with 2 10s, but like great in 2. Like we had a wonderful team last year, and it feels like I'm harping on last year, but that's all the data we have. So
yeah, let it go. You guys stole Faction of the Year from the Constellation. I'm still butthurt.
Get over
Swaggy, talk to me about HR, the winner of Rising Stars, being a 5 on your draft board.
Who's the winner? Who's 5?
HR.
Okay, so
who the hell put HR at 5?
Swaggy.
No, I tell you why, because people are gonna forget she exists, and she's gonna be a steal. It's a Rhaegar situation right there.
I don't think I've ever beat HR in a game.
Neither have I. I don't think. No, I'd lie. I have beaten HR, but the point is, like, she's gonna be she's gonna be this year's Rhaegar. She's gonna be the steal in round 5. Well, now that we know this, she's not.
She's not gonna go in round 5 though. That's the funny thing.
Not anymore. But like, freaking, she was gonna be the person they forgot about. Like, oh shit, Rhaegar's in round 5. Let's pick him up. The HR is gonna be, oh shit, who left HR on the board? You fucking idiots.
Right? Yeah, I can see that for sure.
5. Like, it's gonna be like her, Mikey is a good player. Mikey is going to be picked up at 5 because people are going to be like, oh, do I want to deal with him? Because Mikey still has that stigma that he has to shake. And I think Mikey is a great player. Mikey was like Edo last year. Picking him up at 5 is easy because he plays very well.
Yeah.
You just have to be able.
And I will tell you all who are watching, he was very manageable last year, and he was on his best behavior.
I agree, and like that's the thing. But people are like more hard pressed to freaking give people second chances.
I beat her weekly, and I still say she's the best player in Union because she gets better every time.
Absolutely, no, and absolutely. I think she's going to be a steal. That's the thing. I think she's going to be overlooked, and that's why she's going to get picked up in that round. I was thinking visibly what I see happening.
Okay, that's fair.
Less than what I would do.
Who do we think Bombada shit on and put in the 5th round? It doesn't belong.
Probably me.
Who do we think? What
right
Bombada? Isn't Bombada's pick?
Let's go. I mean, he's got Google Docs Dan also pretty low, not 5 like I did, but 3.
Not 5 like Ref Dave, but yeah.
No drinky or late nap matches for Ref Dave, and you'll be fine.
I think if I drink, sometimes I get better. But the problem is that fine line when you stop drinking. That's the key.
All right, so we got Uzlek. We got
5 is almost consistent with everything else.
Yeah, Simon Strauss, Mr. Cheat, Constantine, Slade. Oh my, this one would be a steal in the 5th round. Is Billiam. The
Billiam's
yeah,
going to be there 5th round if I got a 4th round pick still.
Billiam should not.
I mean, he's the next contender to my global title right now. I know the man can play.
Mm-hmm.
I coached him at Rising Stars. I know what the man can do.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's going to go late, and he's going to be a steal in late rounds. He's going to dog walk whatever round he's in.
He's a good locker room guy too.
Yeah,
so.
Yes.
William was
really fun guy to talk to.
First player that reached out to me and was like, "You're new to the game. You want a deck tech?" And honestly, it is the only reason in my first ever tournament I got to the final of that CAC against Bob Dunn, mostly because of Billiam's deck tech.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You
Thank you for sharing that with us.
There's a secret. Nobody knows about that Ref Dave Billiam connection till now. So
now if coaches are watching, they're going to be paying attention, and everything we're talking about is going to change their perceptions.
He was brought into the game by Possum King. He was like, "Hey, this is my friend. He's now your friend," and he just joined the TVA Constellation group chat, and we fucking adore him. He's amazing.
Well, see, and the one thing that a lot of people don't know is the captains have had access to the rankings 1 through 80 of people since I started putting this together. They've not known who ranked who, but they've known who the top 80 were in what order, as by the ranks as they came in updated all the time. They had access to view the sheet that showed 1 through 80. Nothing else.
Did me entering it absolutely dead last change a lot of things or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was wondering if
it may have moved 1 or 2 people, 1 or 2 spots, but it wasn't a huge change. I mean, with 16 votes out there or so, it's not hard, not easy to skew a whole thing off of 1.
Listen, that's true.
But he's good on the grill, Drew.
Let's move to the deep south here.
Sure.
Deep South still with 8 unanimous number 1s between them.
Wow.
Top 16 has a couple scatter 2s and 1 3 in there. One person in the Deep South has round 1 pick for all 16 of the round 1s. By that place only.
Do the big reveal.
5.
Oh wow, very unanimous at the bottom as well.
It's there.
A bunch of names people don't know.
2 and 3 getting scattered around, but let's see who the Deep South actually loves.
Let's see it. The big reveal.
Bob Dunn.
So we got Brain, of course, Horse, Pate, Grump, Booker Mania, Loudmouth, Kurt Polka, and Yaz.
So Yaz, Loudmouth, and James Booker were the 3?
I don't know.
She had said Polka.
She said
I said Polka.
I'm trying to figure out what the actual answer was.
No.
Oh yeah, we don't know that yet. I think it's Chris.
It's Loudmouth and Yaz for sure, but I don't know if it's James or Grump.
Possible.
Colby, Uberstar, Simon Davner, Steve, Carlos Lombre.
Oh, Resk. Yeah.
And Boucher. And Brian
one
Lee.
person from the Deep South not even liking Ken Fouché, putting him in round 3.
That's
wild.
That's because people sleep on him. Like I think if anyone thought like I did, it was like, all right, who can get snuck out? Who can get snuck down low? People are like, all right, people don't really know about Ken Fouché, which is fucking blasphemous, but it is what it is, right?
Just for
Former
the people
tag team
slow at
champion,
home, what
former
Swaggy's
Deep South
talking about
champion.
is
Exactly.
Swaggy's list was not just here's my best players. He ranked where he thought people were going, which is very different than a best player list.
I don't think, I did not go best players. There's a lot of good players in 3 and 4. There's players in 3 and 4 who I think are better than me, but I think would go in 3 and 4 instead.
Well, let's see who put Ken Fouché at round 3.
It was Chuck.
I think it was Chuck, but Chuck's a captain.
Yeah, it can't be Chuck.
Who was it?
8.
Aaron 64.
Oh, okay.
Was he the unanimous 5? Why am I like
I don't
this?
know.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it was mean.
It was mean.
There were 3 people that were unanimous. Remember, there's a tie for last place.
Oh, I know what that means.
Until the last 2 sheets, there was one person unanimous for a 5th round vote across the board until the last 2 people turned theirs in or so.
Excuse me.
But Rambo,
Yeah.
look at that. Out of the Deep South, you picked the Deep South's top 16.
Perfectly?
Perfectly.
No, he made 18. Oh, he picked them. I
picked the top 16 perfectly. Which
that's crazy.
Sounds right.
I do watch a lot of Super Show. That's the thing is, I do see a lot of this game.
Per se.
I mean, I may not be throwing dice all the time, but I do see a lot of stuff. So,
right.
I kind of know who can do the damn thing and who can't do the damn thing. So,
I mean, look at round 2. It's looking very consistent right now.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to be a self-marker, put myself at 1. Like I said, when we talked about it previously on Candyshop Talk, when we went through mine, I didn't want to put myself as a 1. I just wanted to put myself as a 2 because I don't want to be a self-mark. So,
and that's exactly where I put myself last year, and that's where we both went.
Yeah, there you go.
Your round 2 started to get a little jacked up now.
Yeah, it'd be like that, but I put I've already said I put Mark Perry at 5 just because I feel like it wouldn't vibe very well. Like the old man's came back out of hiding and started playing a little more online, but it's just
Doug at 4.
Do what?
You put his brother Doug at 4.
Yeah, put him at 4. Which hey, Eddie.
Who put Perry at 5?
I did. I just told you I did.
Oh, sorry. I think I just zoned out.
Stop hitting that vape, Angela.
No, I haven't smoked pot in 4 or 5 months.
5 look. Oh, your round 5 looks pretty close.
It's disassociated.
Yeah, this Bobby Hessler. What's the T here? Spill it, Rambo.
So I've already got my leg striped the first time I said it, on Candyshop Talk. They're like, shut the fuck up. Stop telling everybody about the steal of the draft. But
yeah,
there he is. He's right there. I'm telling you right now, you don't know about him, but he's going to be the steal. So
he plays with the TVA. Enough said.
I was about to say.
Man, you play for the TVA. What the fuck is
100%.
This year's Colby Cram Award.
Yeah.
That's growth for Rambo putting Doug above Mark Perry. That's Drew's tattoo artist as well at Bobby Hessler.
Oh, that's who that is. Okay.
Yeah. He plays Pop with us on Discord, although it's been a while. Come back, Bobby. You're the only one I can consistently beat.
Unless I play, but now I've actually got a setup, so now it may be a little closer game that I'm not playing on the trackpad with a fucking laptop that lags like hell. Oh, Candleman, we just had the results come in of what round do you draft the Candleman if she's playing? Would you like the results while we're sitting
here? Can I do
a
prediction? I predict.
Sure.
So I'm either getting hardcore trolled or people are going to be really nice. So I'm going to go with 2 or 3.
Okay, so we'll start with, I'll give you the bottom. At 0%, you were put in round 5. So nobody voted you for round 5.
Thank you, guys.
At 0%, round 4.
Okay.
4%, one person put you at round 3.
Yeah. Oh, what?
That sounds
you got 6 votes for a second round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then with 17 votes, you were a first round draft pick.
Thank you guys. You're so sweet. Listen, the Candleman
She's
is
not gonna send you
growing.
tickets, guys.
I'm gonna start building my own decks. I'm accumulating cards from my friends. I'm gonna start my own collection. And when y'all see my decks, you're gonna want me on your team next year.
Possum King said these people dumb as hell for putting you at first.
I agree. Nah.
I mean,
Listen,
once y'all
Ho.
see my deck. I mean, well, never mind.
We'd be top 10 on my board. Thank you,
Oh, your
baby bird. My baby.
She
I
wants
want
to
to
see
see
your
her.
deck.
I'll show you my decks.
Oops, never mind. I didn't know she was building.
You don't build either, baby bird. Trey builds for both of us.
Seen her play. Wow. This is rough. But yeah. Who else we want to look at? We got Possum, we got Mr. Rumble, we got Aaron 6'4". Who else whose list do you want to look at of those?
I said, let's pick at these coaches and see where some of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yes,
sounds
show
good
us
too.
the coaches.
Let's do it.
So the coaches, only 6 unanimous first rounders.
Who are
between
they?
the coaches.
Probably.
Well, let's just see. How bad's the 5th round look?
Very unanimous as well.
A crazy number 2 in there though.
I got 2 and 2 3s down here, though.
Schmidt said do him, so let's show Schmitz.
Yeah, why not? Let's see his
First, we're
bad
going to see
opinion.
who did what.
He might be a good opinion, actually. I need to stop doing that.
All right, let's see. Brain, Horse, Loudmouth, Prize Fighter, Boss, and Yaz are the unanimous ones from the coaches.
Same
Also,
names we've heard all night.
So Boss, Yaz, and Loudmouth were the 3 number 1s all across the board, man.
Okay,
Oh,
so I was wrong with Polka. It was
Boss wasn't unanimous.
Polka and Grump here with a 3rd round vote by the coaches.
Oh, geez.
Oof. Oof.
Booker getting a 4th round vote by a coach.
I mean, Booker locker room.
Yeah, that's true. Could be a locker room issue.
I feel like it's more of a scheduling issue with him.
Could be that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's a scheduling issue, Grump should be around 7.
Which coach comes from the
That is
17th
also
line?
very true.
True. Yeah. But there's
From
some
the
there's some
tri-state.
people who like they make up with their scheduling issues by being freaking killers.
That's Schmidt.
And there's some
That's
people who
Schmidt.
don't.
Schmidt's giving the crazy votes. I can tell.
I don't think so. I think Schmidt's
Nope.
pretty on freaking lock, to be honest.
I
with you.
believe that as well.
So which one of these rows, D through G, do you believe is Schmidt? Which one do you believe is mine?
D through G.
There's only 4.
I-
Yeah. Which one of these do you
D3.
believe is mine? Which one do you believe is Schmidt's?
I think
I know
yours
you
is
would know.
F. Jeff, you would have
Yeah.
F, maybe.
Yeah, Jeff F, and I think Schmidt might be E.
Does Jeff love Centipede? Does Jeff love Centipede? John Van Masick.
Does Jeff love John Van Masick? Probably.
Okay, if he loves it, that whoever loves him.
Actually,
is
no.
F.
Whoever loves
Brian
Van Masick-
Schmidt loves John Van
Right,
Masick.
Right,
He
that's
was
why
on a
Schmidt is F.
spectrum.
In my opinion, Schmidt is
Okay.
F.
Yeah,
Could be.
I like that evidence.
Yeah, I
You
like that. I
evidence?
agree.
Okay, let's reveal. Too bad. I blocked out all the coaches' names.
Oh.
What a dick.
Fucking love you, dude.
Wah.
Go down though. Who's gonna admit to? Because like we go because that same person that put the 3s and the 1s go down all the way. Because he was also the one I think that had the couple like way off.
There's 2
of-
3s down here in the bottom.
Yeah, he had people
Mr. Cheat.
too.
I'm Simon at a 2.
Like,
That
are those all tri-state players?
I don't know. We don't know who they are.
No. Is Cheat? Is
No,
Tartan
Cheat is a
Terror?
Louisville player. That's Todd
He is
Gross's kid.
he's the Hallow King. He is the greatest member of the TVA, bar none.
Hollow
TVA
King,
number 1.
Hollow King's gonna be Steel around 3 or 4, honestly.
So Schmidt wants to go over his rankings, right?
Yep.
Which one was he then?
He was F. He was
Schmidt's
F.
rankings.
Yeah,
player
I told
F.
you guys.
Player F.
Hmm.
You guys thought it was me because Grump was in a 3.
No, I thought it was Schmidt.
Nah, the Van Masick.
I thought it was because of that. I won't say
Yeah, I
I
said it
didn't.
first,
Yeah,
and I
I
used-
absolutely thought it was.
Yeah, freaking. This is why Jeff Davis is our lawyer, because freaking, I would have fucking completely gotten that guilty vote.
I mean,
So Schmidt
he's got you in
has-
round 1 there, Rambo.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert. Like I'm going wherever he picks. Like what pick does he have? 11?
That's a
I
good
think he's
question.
11. So
Pick 11, yeah.
I'm going pick 11.
Put you on the board here? I mean, we can do it.
I mean, yeah, go ahead, put it on there.
Wait, if you have
Spoiler
to pick
alert.
between you and Resk, who do you think he's picking though?
Do what?
Oh,
Between you and
good
Resk,
question.
Between you and Resk, who do you think he's picking though?
I think
Me.
he needs a break from
Yeah, you're
Resk,
right.
and I think he's going to
He
pick
wants to
Rambo.
get the hell away from him.
Rambo's on the board. He's picking Rambo.
I feel like
Mhm.
that's the kind of disrespect that'll get Steve kicking you out.
Schmidt wants to
Sorry,
come. He
honestly.
wants to come talk about it.
Yeah, you can join, Brian.
All right, let me send him the invite.
Yeah, if you pick Boss, Brian, we're going to be very disappointed. You need some space.
No, listen. I understand you. Job security. I understand. I'm not gonna. You have to kiss.
This is
some
his
butt
time
and
to
no
dunk on him.
You think
Like,
Steve is going to listen to Brian as his captain?
No,
It's going to be a
absolutely.
nightmare.
I'm so excited because once again we get to hear him talk where he doesn't get to talk on the other program.
Yeah.
So
Freaking Schmidt is probably praying that he gets pulled before he lands on Schmidt, because Schmidt's like, if I don't pull him, I'm in trouble.
here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, guys?
Mr. 100 himself.
What's up, Brian? How are you?
Hey, Schmitty.
Hello, Daria. I'd love to see that you're doing well. You know,
Thank you.
my Matthew Murdoch. Mwah.
Love you, baby.
So, my picks. Well, I'm gonna just be frank and honest with everyone in the room right now. There will be no Crime Wave members on my team this year. I am not picking Boss. I am not picking Von Masick. I'm not picking any Crime Wave members in Olympics. I am going based off of people who I've never played with and Rambo.
Hell yeah.
So if Steve tells you you're fired if you don't pick him round 1,
well,
I guess
I'm
he's gonna be
looking for I'm looking for
freaking,
another job.
you heard it, Steve. That's exactly how you get you a new consigliere. Put out that quid pro quo.
All right. Well, a lot of my number ones and number twos I've played with. I know them, friendly with them and all that stuff. And then my threes, I put Strauss up there because I've been talking with him very, very recently. Talking about
You put him in.
You put Strauss in 2.
Yeah.
No, Strauss is 3. I'm looking at my
Strauss
list right
is in
now.
2.
Oh, 2. Well, I have him there because he's a low 2, high 3 for me. I have Grump there because we can't count on the Grump, unfortunately. Praise be to him, but scheduling with him is kind of
Literal
pain
hell.
in the ass. Swaggy, you're there. Only reason why you're there is because I don't know what your game is going to be like with being half blind. So
I'm better than everyone else on this board below.
Well, if you're there at 3, yeah.
Listen, if you put me at 3, I'm just going to sweep through 3 again. I'm okay. You want free points, put me at 3. I'm good.
Rep Dave, no disrespect.
Yes. None taken. I put myself as a 4th rounder. So if anything, you rank me too high.
I have you at 3. I got the Enforcer at 3. The Enforcer shows up when he shows up. He gets the job done when he's there.
Agreed.
Polka, because it's Polka. Chuggy, who else? Primer, Cecilia. Honestly, if Cecilia is there at 2, I'm grabbing her.
It's
Perfectly honest. She's been doing a hell of a job with Faye Dragon. She's probably the better of the 2 in gameplay, and one of them is my better champion.
Type.
What is Schmidt smoking to put me at 2? Because I know you, Jeff, because you're my rookie. I put you at 2. That's why. Like the only reason some people are in 2 because they're here is because 1, I know their gameplay and I couldn't put it like 32 once. I couldn't do that.
Give me Booker at 4. Talk about that.
Oh, Booker's at So me and Mr. Booker have had issues in the past, and
tell them about Grand Gathering. This just recently.
So that's my fault, Jeff. Anyway, listen, Booker is playing with his mouse ears really more than anything else. So I think he can commit, but I rather see go to another coach who hasn't played with Booker or know how his play
You want to give
is.
someone else a headache? Is what you're saying?
I mean, like I could. Well, I want Brock to pick Mikey at 1, so he has the huge headache in the LFF. My 5s.
Wait, real quick. Also Google Docs, Dan, but you've been around for a while. Also ranking him much lower. Was I onto something?
No, you're not.
Yeah, okay.
No, people don't know him.
Yeah, people don't know him, and Dan is a low 3, high 4 for me.
Okay.
Honestly,
which was a first round pick last year.
Yeah, which is fine, perfectly fine. But this is my list. And then my 5s.
To the 5s.
To the 5s.
Do the 5s.
Your 5s were, they were 5s versus a couple 4s and a 3.
So a couple of them that are on there, Bobby Hessler, which I don't know who he is. Isn't that one of your guys, Rambo?
No, we have no idea who that guy is.
Now, with that being said, Schmidt, with me being picked first round tomorrow, I will go ahead and tell you, Mrs. Apocalypse and our anniversary is tomorrow, so I won't be able to be in the chat as much, but I'll go ahead and give you some tea offline of some draft picks that I think you should steal, before 5. So I will do that.
All right. Half these people, I don't know who they are. I'm being frank.
Oh, none of us did. At the beginning of the show, we even went over that. We don't know who 5 out of the bottom 5 at least are.
Meeple's an ass, so that's why he went to Eddie Fury.
Oh,
I like the Meeple.
Meeple's not an ass. There is no Ref Dave without Meeple, just so y'all know.
Yeah, he's nice.
Man, listen, you would have been great without him. You're fine.
Yeah, you would have been, honestly.
I wouldn't have near as many cards.
Well, we would have taken care of that. Anyway, Tim, I'm sorry, but
no, you're not. You're not sorry at all.
You're 2024, Jobber of the Year. It's, I was Jobber of the Year 2021, so
2020 and 2019.
I think so. I don't remember. Eddie Fury, rank 5.
Oh damn!
Do I need to say any more?
That's a personality issue, I think. I think
that's what I think it is. I don't think it's cards.
I don't think it's a player, how good the player is. I think a lot of people just Eddie Fury is rubbed wrong, and they don't want to put up with
it's a vibe check issue.
The vibe check of it, and especially
it's going to be Eddie Fury presents. It's going to be Eddie Fury presents Brian Wait for it Schmidt's team is what would happen if he drafted him.
He will have nothing. He will have nothing to do with Team 5-star, honestly. But if Eddie's there at 5, that's a steal.
Yeah,
he's not going to be there at 5.
You'd get picked up at 4 or late 3.
Yeah, sure. Unless true, Jeff. There's a lot of people I hear ranked at 5 that could be very good at that spot. But half these people I don't know. That's why you're 5. Mm-hmm. Or if I really don't like you, which there's a couple people there.
Type shit. I feel you.
But I have a plan. Cannoli can kiss my ass. I think that little shit in the discussion group. Man,
it's go watch draft. Have plans until you get punched in the mouth.
I've been punched in the mouth several times. So, but I'm excited for tomorrow. There is one that I really wanted to put at 5, but I put it 4 out of respect to him. Evil Ed.
I think
guy knows how to play. Guy knows how to play, but the problem is though communication. So
should I run my list versus your list, Schmidt, and see how they line up?
Sure. Sure. I have 5 minutes before I have to get ready for dojo, so let's do this.
Yeah.
That's why we tried to do this before dojo, so you had time to steal some reviewers. Boom, my list is D, which you guys thought was Schmidt's, and mine was F, but we were actually reversed on the 2 that you guys were thinking.
Don't you guys mean with the rest of the Candyshop crew? I had it right.
Listen, Dave knows what the hell he's talking about. Rambo, real quick, while Jeff's just getting this lined up, that airplane ticket's taken care of, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's gonna be in. Don't worry about it. No problem.
All right, cool.
To the golf.
So I think I got 2 people that I put as round 1 that ended up slipping to 2, Mark and Booker. Those are high 2s, low 1s. It can be switched, just like I put Colby Cram at 2, which I know is a very good player, current U.S. champion and everything. And Where's my other number one?
Frontier.
Oh no, just one pick. Yeah, just one pick slipped down. 1 through 16. Yeah.
You guys are pretty much in agreement,
Yeah, I mean, like, I think me and Jeff are kind of on the same way.
You guys are kind of in tune with the
I mean, not really. I mean, you got a 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4 in my top 16.
I mean,
yeah, but the reasons he has those people lower are personal reasons, basically.
Yeah.
Not well. Who do we wait? Who do we have at 2, 3? Like, you have. Let's see.
Let's see here.
I just want to look real quick.
Boom. There's just a minor list.
Honestly, I have Brian Lee, Chris Pate, and Ken Fouché at the top. They're my top 2. I'm looking at the list that you sent me, the form that you sent us. It's Brian Lee, Chris Pate, and Ken are my top 3 on my 2 spots.
I think Brian Lee's a steal late in round.
He's
2.
a steal.
Why do you have 2 if he's in your top 3?
Meaning top 3 of my second round picks.
Oh, second round. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And I got Funk Time Bob in there too. Kirk Polka, just for the memes. Mark Perry, I love Mark, but he beats me up too much in Blood Bowl, so I have to, do what I.
Humble him a little. That's rude.
I need to meet you in Blood Bowl someday. By the way, we should play sometime.
Yeah, we should. If I make it to Grand Gathering, I'll bring the Camry with me. I know you love them undead. I mean, I had a couple of ones that you picked too, like Kobe Cram, Von Masick, Poss. Yeah, I put Poss at 1, folks.
Poss couldn't go round 1. He put me as a 16th worst coach. That's a 4th round pick. But I put him at 2.
Right where he wants to be. You gave him exactly what he wanted, Jeff.
I think I gave him exactly where he's going to go. If Poss goes to 3, he's the first pick of round number 3. He's coming to my team.
Oh, yeah. He cleans up round 3. He's in 3 by himself.
Yep.
If I'm there, then I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah, so that's the part of my pick round 2 and 3. I got to decide who's going to play everyone else in round 2 and who's going to have to wait and play down in round 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's just going to come to that pick of the litter. I'm down here, as going through things. So let's see how round 5 played out.
That's a great spot to be in. End of round 2, beginning of round 3.
Except for you're waiting for 31 picks before you get another one.
Yeah,
but I feel like those are the 2 camps where you usually that's where your points are most critical.
Yeah.
Around 5s were about half the same. Then a couple 4s, you had a couple 3s and a 2. Not too far off.
Not too far off. I mean, like, we all know of Strauss's problems last year. I think that's why a couple of people put him at 5. I know that's probably why you put him at 5. But I talk to him. I talk to him on a regular basis. So it's.
I put him there because of last year's shenanigans, and even since last year, the scheduling issues that people have mentioned for him. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where scheduling issues with Grump is fine because Grump at least gets results. Scheduling issues with Strauss is less so because getting results out of Strauss is a little tougher.
All right, fair enough.
It's like squeezing a fucking a dried lime over squeezing an orange. There,
jerking it when you spew dust. Anyway, I have Mr. Cheat at 3 because I want that kid. Because if he's at 3, I'm grabbing him. You all know why. And then Tartan Terror. Listen, Larry is a great guy. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's playing. That's legitimately the only reason that I have him at 3.
You got him a little rank higher than I feel most at that rank.
Yeah, I
could be wrong, but
I love Larry, but I did not have him in 3 either.
He is 4 at the highest for me.
I seriously don't expect him to be there at 3. Someone's gonna grab him before I do. Listen, prove me wrong tomorrow night. Be my guest. Prove me wrong tomorrow night.
He will be there whenever you want him. I have a feeling.
So Schmidt, is someone else going to be running production while you're drafting, or are they going to have you do everything?
Smoking? Please pass whatever you're smoking, Swaggy.
He doesn't have interns like we do around here. That's the best part is we got interns. He doesn't have shit. I've got 2 interns. It's fantastic.
I will say, if I get drafted by Ian, I am the captain of that team. The moment I get drafted. Round 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. The moment I end up on Ian's team, I am the captain of that team.
So you're going to be the Doug of last year.
I mean, no, except I'm going to pull up results. So,
yeah, I mean, I have a couple that I think that will be that I'm kind of projecting. I don't want to spoil the sauce. Who's going to be available around 3? That's going to be a steal.
mm-hmm.
A
lot of these fivers, actually.
That's all I'm going to say. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm looking forward to me and Rambo.
One man's 5 is another man's 3. It all depends on how you play and what you're going to put them with.
Yeah,
right.
Like some guys like tits, some guys like ass.
But I like both. Hey,
at that point, you're just being greedy. It's like bisexuals.
There it is. There's the line of the night there, folks.
Line of the night, baby. All right.
Month. Okay, buddy.
So let's look at some. Schmidt, we'll see you in the dojo here in just a little bit, brother.
Yep. Me and Boost and Dojo. Boss is taking the first 3. I'm taking the last 3, and we're not doing 2-minute challenges.
All right, bye, man.
All right. Now
back down by division here, as the number 1 ranked person would actually be Pagillo if you go by, second in coaches, second in Deep South, second in Tri-State, first on the Midwest.
Only because the Midwest fucked Bob Dunn because the Midwest is stupid, other than the smart.
That's
I've been telling you that. I don't understand why you keep insisting they're not.
Because I'm in it, Swaggy. And my
You're
self-marketing.
a unicorn. We're talking about horses, okay?
How could they even justify him being that low?
Maybe they're bitter that he flies in and wins all their CACs. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, bitterness. I agree.
He was the top one out of the getting 1 second place vote. They had 7 people with all first rounds. So, I mean, it's
wait. Why is he 8 in that other one then?
Because he's not. Bob Dunn is 4th overall.
I know, what's the 8? What's the 8 on the Midwest? Isn't that an 8?
He was ranked 8th out of the Midwest.
Yeah, because the Midwest is dumb.
Midwest had 7 people ranked number 1.
Oh, because they didn't. Mm-hmm. So it's only one person that skewed it, though.
One person put him in 8th.
It's just one person put him as a 2, and that drops him to 8 because there were 7 unanimous. That's not as bad then.
That's Cannoli hoping that he could grab him on the fucking kickback.
No, that's not that bad. Because I was like, how does he drop to 8 on that list? But it's because the 7 unanimous.
Correct.
Lies and statistics. That's what they're. That's all.
And some of these number 1s and number 2s is really because they got alphabetized then. First round pick votes.
Yeah.
So that's why Chris and Bob are top of those because of the alphabeticalness of it.
Makes sense.
So a lot of things went pretty, it's just a little scattergram of that. 5th round kind of looks 5th round overallness.
Let's take a look at 3. I'm kind of intrigued of where 3 and 4 especially, just to kind of see what we got going on there. Because to me, that was the hardest to rank, was 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, let's go with 3. Let's see who made the 3s.
All right, so 3rd round, we got Jokerfish. What do you think, Swag?
I think that's a steal. 3 is going to be rough. I can't say everything's a steal.
Let's do it this way. Let's actually put their actual overall ranking, not just
sure. Yeah.
Pagillo, Loudmouth, and Yasmin, your overall number 1 consistent first round choices.
All right. So I messed up on boss.
Fair, and especially with the year Pagillo's been having. I mean,
absolutely.
Put him up there.
Listen, I've been telling him, you're like your first round pick. If you somehow fall to 2, then literally everyone needs to be all yellered in the freaking chat, including Jeff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's no way that Horse falls to a 2nd round pick.
There's no freaking way in hell.
No.
But I will say, out of this top 16 here, there are 3 people, 1, 2, and 3, that only put 1 person in the 2nd round and had the other 15 correct out of the overall voting. That's pretty damn close.
Yeah.
And the person out is Colby, who's like, right at that 2-1 cusp.
Right.
Colby's the 17th pick as far as I'm concerned, honestly.
Like Colby and Rambo, like if you look, they got like that. That's that little like the best of not the like 5-6 top names. So
wouldn't that be wild if you got 116 Colby Cram and then you got 2-1 Rambo Apocalypse? Like what a Oof.
Oof,
That would be a 2-man power trip right there with the Chosen One and Your Highness.
And unfortunately, I just won't have the opportunity.
Doesn't Jeff have the back-to-backs?
No, I've got the
that
first
would be
That's
Cannoli.
Cannoli has the back-to-backs.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately, I won't have the chance to draft either one of you guys this year.
Correct.
Because I will say neither one of you were one of the choices for the number 1 pick. Unfortunately, both good people.
No, I don't expect to go above the greatest world champion ever, Yasmin. I don't expect to go over the real beater, John Maxner, rookie sensation, Bob Dunn. Like, I'm not expected to go 1-1. Like I said, the only reason I want to go in the first round is I want the competition at 1.
If the draft was next week, and it was my birthday, you should draft me at 1-1, but it's not, so you're good.
Yeah, you guys are lucky. The draft wasn't set for next week. I mean, next Wednesday, me and Swaggy turn a little older.
Yeah.
Can't say we turn a little prettier, but we turning older.
Oh no, we definitely prettier, not wiser though. We definitely get dumber.
But so the first round, looks kind of solid as far as what some things there. There's a couple like a 5 and a 4 scattered in there. A couple places. Round 2.
I think it's a solid. I think the top 16. There are literally no complaints at all. Like they're great. Like, you pick any of those, you got a great first round draft.
Even
pick.
The top 25, like halfway.
Oh, sure.
Like,
I would.
Even look at the second round. I mean, second round is still. There's some questionables in there.
Yeah. Other than that, nobody Google Docs Dan. Other than that, I would have no issues.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let's look at those round 5 looks overall though.
The dude. Constantine, Mike Benton. So Mike Benton, Trey's rookie. I think, he's just not very well known. I have played against Mike Benton before. Pleasure, I think he would be a great addition to any team. Simon Strauss, we won't beat that dead horse. Mr. Wonderful, Kentucky player. Dizzy, Mr. Cheat, the Lethal Endorser, Bobby Hessler, Evil Ed, Lawrence Wilmbleed, not familiar with, Mikey, Christian, Shank, and Jerry Bridge, and Sam, who's new as well. And I think Sam, he could be a great pickup, especially that he's, picking up the game from what I've seen. He's doing pretty well. So I think that could be a hell of a steal. Yeah. So playing raw deal right before even, getting into this game. So, if he's playing with them. Mm-hmm.
I feel like that might be Smith's secret tech. I have no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sam's one of his secret picks.
Sure. Shit, I mean, if he falls to 5, let him fall to 5 and beat all the asses in 5. Let him go up against whoever is there and just smash.
Mm-hmm. So let's look at 3, like we said earlier. I want to see what that looks like, because that's going to be the overall madhouse.
Jokerfish, Pride, HR. Eddie Fury, the Enforcer Larry Bednall, Rowdy Rom, Falsone, Von Masick, Cherry Von Danish, Overby, Split, Brimelight, Foxworthy, El Gordo Americano, John Mathis, Lord of Dance, and Norseman, rounding out round 3.
That's an
even playing field.
I would shit my pants.
I could really pick out 3 people out of that group that probably would
easily make it
dominate most of the other 13 in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's just because I've played with them so much and know how well they are.
Give us one.
Larry Bednall.
Norseman. I think Norseman takes Larry out, honestly.
You just cheat on the Norseman. It's easy. It's the easiest way to beat him.
Let it slide. As long
frequent flyer, if his, and I know this is true for everybody, but his dice get as cold as Candyman Dan. I have never seen people's dice just get cold like frequent flyers and fucking Dan's. It's insane. Dan can need 1 turn and he loses 10 turns in a row and ends up losing. So the dice be with you, the dice be against you sometimes, but frequent flyer, if his dice are hot, he could easily be another one that could dominate round 3.
Mm-hmm. There's some people there like Jokerfish. I can see him going into somehow. I can see it's really weird because at the end of 2, beginning of 3, all that stuff is interchangeable. I feel like the last 3 and 2 and the first 3 and 3, the last 3 and 2, first 3 and 3. If I feel like that's swappable, honestly, ironically enough.
And even Ronnie, like Ronnie being at 38, like Ronnie knows what he's doing. Ronnie ain't no slouch at, 38
Ronnie
right
has
there.
been-
Well, I'm going to
if you can
stand
see
by
my-
this. I think if you joined Super Show Olympics, you have some idea what you're doing. You kind of know on the right day if you are one of these.
There's a couple people that are here. I'm just straight up honest. I don't know if you know what you're doing.
I mean, I'm one of them. I go off fucking vibes.
There's some people I don't even know if they've ever touched a deck and a dice in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wasn't at some of the conventions they demoed at and signed up right afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're still feeling it and following it as much. So it's that 5th round's gonna be rough.
Do we think that is Taylor going to Ian? Like that's a guarantee, right? Like Taylor goes to Ian's team, right? At 15 or whatever he picks.
If I end up taking over that team before he gets a chance to draft Taylor, I'm gonna veto it. I'm not dealing with both those fucking idiots on a team. I'm all set.
Let's pull up. We've beaten down some people here. We praised some people here. Let's look at some goodies that you guys are gonna be able to enjoy tomorrow night during the draft. What I'm about to show you is gonna be open and viewable to anyone and everyone watching the draft. The spreadsheet will be alive. Of course, you've got the draft board. So what we'll be using on TOE2 tomorrow to do the draft.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to tell you the last selection made here.
That round 5 is going to be so much fun.
That round 5 when the clock goes off and we're like, oh, Chuck, you got the next pick, and then boom, it goes. It's going to go like that. No one's going to know the picks until we start pulling them right after round 4. But what you don't know is, let's open this page. Now there's a draft board.
Nice.
This is in order of rounds 1 through 5, which have been voted on by the public here.
That should make it easier in theory.
For instance, I'm just going to go through and randomly pick Mark F. and Perry. So it said I picked Mark Perry with first pick. Now Greg Shockley's on the board.
Love it.
Now, if you pay attention to your draft board, Mark Perry's name is no longer here.
Nice. That's amazing. That makes it so much easier.
And for the next coach to go down, if we scroll down here, Mark Perry's name is not even on here to be picked anymore.
I love it.
It also puts him on the team.
Wow.
It also goes through and tells you what his rating was as far as with the players. And over here, you'll have a combined score of everybody on the team. So you can see cool. How your picks rated, overall. It's also going to tell you what round everyone gets picked in. Mm-hmm. And just as far as goofiness, I go through and I pick Brett the Metalhead in the Underworld. Okay, so when it comes down to competitor draft, it's going to tell me I have the Underworld competitor there. And then division breakdowns, it does that as well. Did I open that other sheet? No, I didn't. But once we have everyone in here, everyone has their team here. And I have to go through and select on who on my team. So if I said it was Mark F. and Perry, so now the divisional round is going to tell you it's Mark F. and Perry playing Brett the Metalhead.
That's so. Oh my God, that makes things tell you so much easier.
Mark Perry with Brett the Metalhead. And if my team was in the first round of the bracket here, and I go to it, it already puts Mark F. and Perry round 1, Brett the Metalhead Underworld, Mark F. and Perry. There's
magic.
There's not much that has to be done as far as getting everything rolling here for it. It is pretty cut, dry, and simple. When it gets down to that last couple people, there's only going to be like 3 or 4 people's names that are left even draft. We did a shenanigan draft the other week, and it was funny as can be. Now his name's not even there. But it's just going through and doing things. So tomorrow live, we'll have the draft as far as it going live tomorrow. The competitor draft will be all backstage through messages with the coaches only. And, at that point, we will, you'll see the picks come live on the sheet. If you follow the sheet, it's already linked in the discussion board somewhere. It'll be relinked back. This is here. This is off the player voted predictions. So if any coach is out there trying to do things, the players, you can go through and see who's still left on the board without actually marking them off on a sheet if you don't really want to. I know a lot of coaches ask for a couple of things, and I set some stuff up for them where they could go through and mark off things. This just automatically does it. A little bit of playing around and fooling with the sheet, and it did some stuff. But all your breakdowns are here. Everything is listed out as far as what division is what. Just like you guys, got the new spider sheet out and that up there. But it's going to be fun.
How long do we have for the competitor draft? Like,
I think
do you have an idea?
I think last year it was like a 4 or 5 day process.
Mm-hmm.
Because on the competitor draft, it's Anthony Perry is going to say taking Snake Pit World Division at Drew Matson. Drew Matson will come in and say what he does, and it just goes all the way down the list.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go real quick before I leave. Who's the Shedeur Sanders of this draft? I want everybody's choice. Well, who do they think is high is going to drop?
Who was in the first round that may not actually go first round?
Yeah. Who do you got?
That's overall pick. Maybe Funtime Bob may drop down to 2.
Yeah.
So
Odell goes to 2.
Public thinks, which they have him at 16?
15. I could see him. I could see him falling to round 2 or 3 just because he's not an online sense as much anymore.
Yeah.
He plays in person a good bit.
Wong, what I want to know after the draft is tell me which number that the public thought 15, the biggest discrepancy that they actually went. So hit me up with that when it's done. I want to know.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Let us know that.
All right. Appreciate all this data. Yep. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'll see everybody. I'm out.
All right. Baby. Thanks, Ref Dave. But yeah, the I think maybe Evie, like just to throw a different one out there, like not to just say, Funtime Bob, I'll give a different one out there. Maybe Everett falls to 2. I don't think he should, but maybe he does.
Do you think the Grump falls to 2?
I don't think he gets past Chuck.
He doesn't get past Chuck. No way.
He doesn't go past Chuck.
I mean,
what surprise wasn't on number 1? Davy.
Who?
Davy.
Was he not on 1?
I didn't see him on 1.
Davner, yeah, it was 7th overall.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, good.
Yeah, he's up there.
They fucked him up. Like, yo.
He had 1 round 2 and 1 round 3. Everything else was a round 1 vote for him.
Yeah, there's no freaking way. Like, if he doesn't.
Just like Booker Mania had all round 1s except for that 1 round 4.
Booker might go to 2nd, actually.
I don't think so. I think Booker will stay. I think Booker will stay 1 as well. Even though, the vibes may not be there.
Like, I feel like the people who would draft Booker would draft Grump. That's the thing.
Can we see the list of captains one more time, Jeff, or did you close it out?
Oh, we could pull it back up, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Just I could tell you, I could look at them and be like, I think maybe I could tell you who I don't think would pick Booker, and I could tell you who I think would pick Booker. So
I feel that.
Not that anything that I'm saying is obviously, law besides Schmidt taking me. That's the only thing we have guaranteed. But okay. Let's see. Don't think Jeff's gonna take him. I don't think I was about to say, don't think Harvey Lester would take him. Don't think Trey would. Pulverino, I think he would probably take somebody besides him. I don't think Harry would. Maybe Matt Pineapple?
Nealon might. Oh, frick, you're right. Nealon's there. I
maybe
forgot about him.
Chuck won't because Chuck will take Grump.
Chuck will take Grump.
Yeah, Chuck said he won't be at 8. I guarantee you that.
He won't. Let's see. Brock could, maybe. I don't think Zach would, but I could be wrong. Colin, I don't feel would. Schmidt's not. I don't think Ian would. Candyman Dan, maybe. I don't think so, but no, I don't think so. Loeb, no. And then, so I mean, he could, in theory, fall, but I don't know.
I think
like
pick up in 2 somewhere in the middle, honestly, just because like anyone who would pick him up would pick up someone else over him at that point. Like even if Grump is not there, Loudmouth will probably be there. As far as
I think Dan would take him for real. That's what Chuck said.
Think Hughes would take Booker?
Yeah, that's what he said. I think he would.
Crack guy. Dan does not want to deal with James Booker.
And see, that's the whole thing is I sit here and like you said, the vibes. Like, who do you want to deal with and who do you not want to deal with?
Me more than he should, honestly. Like,
but you guys know how long I've known I had the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah.
Since we've announced it.
Yeah.
I didn't message but 4 people. I asked them if they wanted to be number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I messaged 5. 1 never responded, but the other 4 mostly said. A couple said, "Yeah, if you think it's worth it." So if you didn't get those messages, I didn't send you to the first round number 1 overall pick. Just so you know that, guys. I didn't. I think I'm 95% locked it down yesterday, but I'm still not 100% sure.
Oh shit!
Because you know
There you go.
there's 80 people in here, and like I said, there's 16 great picks in the first round.
Absolutely.
It's possible.
Was that the message I left on red from Possum Kang?
Pass number 1. Pass number 1.
You know, you're taking that first pick. It has to be your co-captain. It has to be someone that can do anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Correct.
But I think my joy is going to come out of the competitor draft rather than the player draft.
Sure.
Because I think that's where I make my money.
And that's the reason I would not be upset with, because like I told you, would I have coached or captain this year? Sure. But with having so much going on, like doing all these shows, doing Sunday night fights, I didn't necessarily want to add one more thing to my plate right now. I've got some other things going on right now that I've had an offer that I don't want to talk about, but it's Swag knows about it, but I don't want to say anything officially until like it's set in stone, but I am excited about the possible opportunity that has been presented. Also, I wanted to share this before we get out of here. One of my New Year's resolutions that we talked about was passing my last test to get my master's degree. And I took the test yesterday. I needed 155, and the unofficial score is 166. So I am finally done with my master's degree, applied for graduation. Should be ready the first or second week of August for me to get my official transcripts to send into work. So super excited. That's a huge weight off my shoulders.
And being a man of the people that teaches what, 3rd grade?
4th grade, yeah.
Same thing. They still picking boogers and flinging them and hanging out. I'm 30. Well, no, I'm not 30. I'm 40 something now. But a man of the people, and for someone in this world that can do that with the youth of this age, when we know that there's so many parents out there that aren't worth the gum on the bottom of our sneakers some days.
Correct.
And I'm sure you deal with that on a yearly basis.
Yearly basis. There are so many horror stories like I would like to tell, but legally there's no way I could tell it. But man, could I write a book about some of the shit that I've dealt with. So, but no, I'm excited about that to finish my library degree. So you boy could be a library media specialist if the opportunity comes along at one point. But I'm happy teaching math right now, so I can't complain too much.
And you can tell you truly love it by your Facebook posts of you with those kids, and how much you can just tell it on your face that you're knee deep in the mud there. You're in there, and it's just you're doing God's work of that. It's just, I came out of high school. That's what I wanted to do. I just can't go back to school because I can't put up with those little 18 and 19-year-olds. I'm 5 classes away from having my teaching degree, but I'll never get
I got you. Yeah. Hey, I mean, I feel that completely. So, but yeah, I'm done with school besides teaching it. So it's a good feeling to say it's over, it's done. But yeah, I agree. Best face it. I'm a tweener. What can I tell you? It's like MJF. I tell y'all all the time. I tell you how stupid you are. I call you Mark and Marquette, sickos, perverts, and haters all the time. And yet you still cheer me. Like, what the hell is going on? I don't need a fucking belt. It can stay in Ohio as far as I'm fucking concerned. I don't need a fucking belt to tell you that I'm the heel of the year. So it can stay up there. James Booker, just, take care of it a little bit longer. And whenever you decide you want the real heel of the year to fucking have it, you know how to fucking get it to me. So, but anyways, the other programming, I guess we should go rating because, they need the views, right?
Let's go raid the dojo. I'm about to go raid the fridge because it's dinner time. But
I hear you. So
I appreciate you having me on again, brother.
Yes, thank you so much.
Always pleasure, shooting the shit and just doing things.
Love you, Jeff.
Absolutely. So excited about, and we're going to have Candyshop talk again this Friday. So, I mean, if you're busy, I understand you got stuff going on, but if you want to stop by, you are more than welcome. Open invite to come in. But we're going to be back on Friday. Stat Card will be back tomorrow. Like Big Picture Premium's booming this week, baby. So quality content all around. Jeff, once again, thank you so much for coming on and sharing all this information with us. Swag, I'm so glad that you were here, baby. I've missed you so much.
Love you,
It's
baby.
been so much fun.
Next week, by the way.
Do what?
We're streaming this week or next week?
This week.
Tight shit.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll be on Friday. Yep.
Yeah.
So
I would love to drop in on Friday, but we'll actually be down in Florida. Mackenzie's got regional playoffs, so
hell yeah.
Best of luck, Mac.
Gonna get some fresh seafood and watch her just destroy some people on the track. I'll tell you, if you guys had never watched her play Derby, man, just pop in on the live stream.
I can't even see
absolutely
my girl's tits at this point, so it's crazy. So why am I like this?
It was just like Braille at that point, though. I mean,
But we're going to get out of here. Thank you again for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow here on the quality content of Big Picture Premium. See you later.
Bye.
Let's go rating, baby.